Hey, how are you guys doing? This is Sista. Welcome to 4G1G. If you're new here, well, technically everyone's new since this is our first official episode we're posting. So hi, I'm your official greeter today. Now, since we kinda dove right into today's episode without saying who we are, let me introduce the crew real quick. Nate, aka Mista, the quiet, introspective philosopher of the group, who also happens to make some frickin' great popcorn. Zip, the nicest version of the well actually guy you'll ever meet. He's also the most sane of us, which is saying something. Mac, our cinema maniac, camera-loving weapons guy who's really good with a tambo. And Quincy, our walking, talking encyclopedia. If there's ever a plot hole or a timeline error, he'll pounce on it in milliseconds. Nanoseconds, even. Thanks for being here with us. Just a heads up, whenever there's a podcast where we forget to introduce ourselves in the beginning, present me will be here to make up for the past us's memory loss. Now, this episode was recorded back on June 12th, 2024. Since we love Star Wars, we were dying to dig into the infamous prequel, The Phantom Menace. Now, don't worry, we're not trying to fix it out of hate. We're big fans of the saga and are so glad Mr. George Lucas created such a masterpiece of fiction. We just also have an abundance of notes. Literally. At some point I'll post the pages of info I typed out during this podcast. Enjoy the ride, dear listeners, and get ready for the first installment of our Story Done Right series. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Quintessence.
Got the music? Okay. Saved it.
My bad. Okay. So we're going to be... Do you want to say what we're going to be talking about, Quincy?
Sure. Today we're going to be talking about, well, as we've established in a previous podcast, we're going to be talking about what we would fix about the Star Wars prequel trilogy and how we'd go about it. Starting from everything from the characters to the plot beats to how the entire story as a whole is arranged.
Yeah, basically what we're doing is we're kind of treating it like we're the writer's room and like George Lucas came to us with these specific things. So I'm guessing it will probably be the same things that that show up, I don't know, like Naboo, planets, Darth Maul, stuff like that. But basically giving it more context, like the philosophical conflict, character beliefs, all that stuff. You know, the stuff that makes great cinema and stories in general. So last we left off, we were just talking about the philosophical conflicts and with character beliefs. And what did we say? What did we determine the philosophical conflict would be? This took a gang of notes while we were doing this.
Give me a second as I go over some of this again. Just talk about Anakin and Padme's relationship.
So Anakin and Padme.
Yeah. Yes, Anakin doesn't like sand, you see, and he tells Padme all the time.
No, not that part. I remember that another thing we were talking about is, of course, make sure to designate the core personality types of each character. We got ended up with a lot of INFJs. the so-called rarest personality type.
Wait, list them out. I don't remember.
It was Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Yoda, and Palpatine, and Dooku.
No, he's an INTJ.
Dooku
Okay.
is an INTJ.
So professional values versus personal values. Mm-hmm. And then the stuff with the dump within the dump with characters. Part one.
That sounds really bad.
It's a very good full. No, that doesn't sound good. It's chock full. No, it's just read it.
What?
No, I was trying to figure out a way to positive to say that it's a good dump. Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah. I won't say what I was going to say.
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay, so I just read this?
Sure. Yeah, it's good notes.
Okay. Obi-Wan, positive arc. In regards to the main characters we want Obi-Wan and Anakin to be dual protagonists. However, Obi-Wan will be the main character in the Phantom Menace since Anakin doesn't show up until like the middle portion of that particular story. It'll either be that or somewhere earlier in Act 2. Since Obi-Wan is going to be the main character for a bit, we'll have to figure out his beliefs first. He's 9FJ, 6-wing-5. As far as his values and his arc go, he'll begin it believing that the Jedi Order's values are his values as he's grown up with them. He's a blank slate, and the Order is a pen writing all over him. Over time, Obi-Wan... I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Over time, Obi-Wan becomes more individualistic from influences in Qui-Gon and Anakin. Qui-Gon's personality type is INFJ 918. The reason why Obi was assigned to Qui-Gon was the council hoping Obi's intense loyalty to them would leak into Qui-Gon. This, of course, fails.
Who's Obi?
I like putting Obi-Wan while you guys were rapidly talking. I couldn't keep doing that.
Guilty.
So he's Obi, okay?
he's just Obi now.
He's just Obi now. Live with it.
He's Obi. He's Obi. That's who he is. He's Obi. Yeah. He's Obi Kenobi. Yeah.
That's funny. Someone should call him that.
Reminds me of that thing from the. You remember the Lego Star Wars when Anakin called Obi-Wan Master, and then Obi-Wan says, "We're both Masters now. You don't have to. We're both Jedi Knights now. You don't have to call me Master." He said, "Okay, Obi," and then he said, "Okay, let's go back to Master."
Sorry, Obi. Okay, let's switch back to
Kenobi.
Master.
Yeah, I think Satine is the only one who calls him Obi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it'd be funny if Anakin calls him that sometimes.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan would just give him a look like this. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, and honorable mention. Speaking of Anakin, I'll go take care of this. Obi-Wan, go get your girlfriend.
Right. Anakin, she's not mine.
That was great.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Did you want to do Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon, flat arc. Qui-Gon was actually in love once with another Jedi. I was very excited about this fact.
Yeah.
So it's the first thing I wrote down with his character.
Yeah. It's just really it makes
It's
a lot of
very
sense. It's
good.
really good.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out what she's going to look like.
There's a photo and everything.
Is there? Oh, darn. I really wanted to design her.
I think she is
Yeah, I'll look
black,
it up.
Is
actually.
she? I knew it. He seems like the type of guy, like the type of white guy who would, date a black chick. Like, I always thought that. I always had that feeling. He kind of reminds me of Daddy sometimes. So
Best part is you got a point.
he just reminds me of that kind of person, you know?
He's just chill.
Yeah, chill. Can hang out with everybody, anybody. Yeah. Mainly black people. I almost said mainly other black people. That's kind of funny, right? Anyway, after she was killed in combat, Qui-Gon was this close from turning to the dark side. He manages to get a hold of himself and becomes the Qui-Gon we know and love.
Okay, so sorry.
What?
Oh wow.
Wow. Give me that. She looks like a wow. Holy crap.
Her name is Tala.
That's cool. Yeah, she looks really cool.
Nice.
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 Wow.
Let the fan art commence.
Yeah. We have to put in that foghorn sound effect and the clapping sound effect where it's one person clapping. No, it's like rabbit clapping.
Well, would be like
funny. We should just record ourselves doing that.
Yeah.
Different types.
Okay, so I'll keep going.
The council doesn't ban marriage per se. Instead, they ban any sort of romantic attachment, meaning that a Jedi could have a significant other or even children, but they must always choose the order over their family.
Oh.
There used to be a very consistent thing in the Jedi Council, but over time became watered down and everyone forgot the why. Like, very consistent thing, meaning, where they valued the right thing or the vibe could have been more interesting, and we just don't know it because it was so long ago.
It was lost to history. They kind of got too caught. They kind of got too caught up in their own thing.
Yeah, they kind of got boiled down into the order we know and have mixed feelings about.
Yeah, have mixed feelings about.
Know and tolerate.
So one interesting fact is that as far as Jedi Masters who are actually married and actually do have children, since really no one else in the Jedi Council other than say Anakin
The guy with the big head. That's what he's saying.
Other than Anakin Skywalker, who had a wife and kids,
Secretly.
is Ki-Adi Mundi.
Wait,
And this was and this is actually public knowledge because his species of alien is very rare. So he actually had to have more than one wife, so that way he can have
Scandalous.
that way he can have more kids to basically prevent his species from going extinct.
that is
That'd
really
be interesting to know more
Didn't know
about.
that. I guess that explains a lot. That explains Ki-Adi-Mundi's whole sort of him being a lot more
Chill.
Yeah, chill. Like for the whole keeping score thing in the second battle of Geonosis.
Yeah, he's the guy who seems
That's
all
great.
business. He's the guy who seems like he's all business, and then you realize he's playing the same stupid game everyone else is playing.
Of course, like I said, he's really the. As far as we know, he's the only one who actually has, wives and children. Pretty much everyone else is the Jedi Council, and possibly, as far as any Jedi goes, is pretty much single and doesn't have any offspring.
Yeah, because of that, because they don't have significant other, they don't have those kinds of romantic attachments. No wonder they're so stressed out.
Yeah,
and just tense.
Yeah, tense. They don't have any. Not saying that the other Jedi aren't comfort, but it's not. They don't have anyone they could really confide in, like Anakin did with Padme, or he was able to do it with Obi-Wan because he and Obi-Wan had a nice thing going, the brotherly love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know how. I'm guessing the majority of other Jedi master Padawan relationships are more like I keep thinking of like Barriss and Luminara, where the master is concerned about like the order and the Padawan follows the teachings and all that.
Yeah.
I don't think there are a lot of other relationships where it kind of contradicts the whole thing with master and Padawan, where they have to have no relationships. They go mainly with the Jedi Order. And another example of that kind of thing where they kind of, it's contradicted, with the Master Padawan really caring about each other. It's kind of, I think Kit Fisto kind of had that with his Padawan too, because the way he greeted him was like,
Dylan, you son of a...
yeah, something like that. Something like that. They're like
that's great. I love that guy.
Friends, like old friends or like siblings. It kind of reminds me of like with congratulations on you becoming a master. He's like, hey man, you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd I tell you?
Yeah.
So that could actually be a good contradiction where the Jedi code tells them not to form attachments, but they can't help it, especially with their students.
I'm just imagining like a Jedi Master saying, "You must not form attachments of any kind, because this might cloud your judgment." And then his Padawan coming up to him, and then they have this whole sort of Daniel LaBelle style secret handshake that
That'd be awesome.
includes like that probably include like a backflip, a synchronized backflip or something like that.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So I keep going. So
Yeah. I remember just searching for the episodes of that Kit Fisto was in with Clone Wars.
yeah, he's awesome. You mean Samurai Jack?
Yeah, he's played by Samurai Jack too. So
I totally forgot about that.
I forgot
no
about
wonder.
that.
Yeah. If you did?
I had a feeling he was black.
Yeah.
I know I'm talking about that a lot, but about these feelings I get. But
So like black.
yeah,
It's
black.
It's like Spidey sense. It's like Spidey sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you have a crush on him or something? Or
I didn't say that.
why?
Yoda probably
Why?
knew
'Cause
the
there's a whole-
original. Listen to the bullet point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, does it have anything to do with the fact that there's a whole underwater arc of him being without a shirt, like Samurai Jack? Like,
Yoda probably knew the original laws of the Jedi and taught it to Dooku, but over time, Yoda forgot about it. Dooku seems to remember the original laws and morals of the Jedi, but since the Order became something that doesn't vibe with the original code the Jedi have, not being able to do good ended up driving Dooku crazy. Qui-Gon's straddling the fence here, where he's doing the actual good Jedi stuff, but is making sure not to cross the council.
That's heavy.
what was that look?
I'd say that looks confirmation.
Yeah.
I think you guys are full of rubbish. Okay? And we do not bring up this moment.
We shall never discuss this again. Agreed. Until we see Kit Fisto. Until we watch episodes of Kit Fisto.
Fisto.
Fisto, my bad.
Oh, so you're
You know what I
correcting
mean.
the pronunciation of the name now.
That doesn't mean anything. That means that I value correct pronunciation.
Yeah, that's true. It's very important.
But I just called Dooku for a second, so it's okay. These are Star Wars names.
Fair.
Yeah, if you say them incorrectly, then that might just pronounce. Then that might just help you create another character.
Exactly. Like that's a very good point. So, with real quick with these different sections, when it comes to talking about these characters again, like adding new things to their characters, I'm just gonna go over and make more bullet points in the different sections. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
So that's gonna be the process here.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Thank you. So
Roger.
Roger.
I can't believe someone hasn't said that yet.
Yeah, we really should say that more.
Roger.
Roger.
So,
Roger.
what do you guys think about the paragraph I just read?
With Dooku, Yeah, like I said, the thing with Yoda and with Yoda teaching Dooku, and the fact that Yoda's kind of forgotten because he's kind of busy, because he's getting busy, and Dooku still remembers.
He's also 800. So.
Yeah, that's fair. He might be going senile or something. I'm just joking. He seemed like he was doing fine, even in the Empire Strikes Back. But the fact that Dooku still remembers, and the fact it's one of those things where he wants to do good, but he can't because of the fact that he's held back by the Senate and the Council and all that. And the fact that it drives him crazy is just really heavy. And the fact that if you think about, if Yoda's probably got a lot of guilt in that regard too. You know what I mean?
He should.
Especially when he realizes that Dooku really had a point. So that really helps add a lot of complexity. It's one of those things, again, where we mentioned before, where the prequels are full of a lot of interesting stuff, but then it was memes, so...
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball, you mean to say.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball and kicked it.
More like they dropped the ball into, like, a lava pit. That was in Mustafar.
Yeah, they dropped the ball, kicked it, it blew up the Death Star, and now there's a meteorite of a bunch of... bunch
A bunch of
memes.
other mistakes hurtling through space.
Yeah, and memes going around Yavin 4.
I guess, yeah.
That picture is both sad and hilarious.
You hear that a ring full of memes going around like a planet, which in this case would probably be Earth.
That doesn't bode well for the future of space travel.
You have to get past the meme wall first.
Yeah, you have to not get distracted by the memes, but it's a prequel, so that's going to be hard.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
All right, what I was going to say was that when you were talking about Dooku sort of straddling the fence in regards to either going with what he knows is right and not wanting to step on any council member toes, I take it that the last straw was the death of Qui-Gon.
Definitely.
Qui-Gon saying that the Sith were still in existence, but the Council not believing him, and now he's finally killed by one.
I mean, we saw that. I mean, that much was clear in the Tales of the Jedi thing.
Yeah, I bet you anything that Dooku's new goal is probably, even though he's siding with the Sith, he's probably wants to be able to... I'm sure that he wanted to be able to use the Sith to create the Jedi anew, kind of making a new Sith Order thing. Probably, in his mind, he was using Palpatine to further his own goals, because Palpatine was probably a necessary evil in his eyes, even though he didn't know that he was being played and being used and also being used. It kind of reminds me, actually, of with Mel, the philosophical conflict of being the fox versus the wolf, that, what her mom said when she was a girl, and she was saying the stuff with when her mom was telling her warlord stuff, and she said, but Big Brother said war is usually a failure of something, and her mother was saying that sometimes you got to go to that regard in order to get stuff done. So with Dooku, it will probably be like, but the old Jedi Council laws say that, but the old Jedi Council laws say that this and this, but it would probably be more like Yoda and some other people would be like, yes, but in order to survive, in order for us, the Jedi, to stay around, we have to do this, this, and this. And he's like, that doesn't sound right, though. So it's like one of those things, like an idealist becomes evil, which is like, honestly, it was really sad. Yeah. Anyway, that's just a little tangent. I really like Dooku. Okay, so what else is there?
Great.
Yeah, so I'm just going to make a section for him. I'm just putting disillusionment.
That is good. That's really good.
The disillusionment of Dooku.
No, it's just just putting disillusionment, because he's already had his arc by the time the story is going to start. But just want to put here, he wasn't always a villain. With Palpatine, I didn't put anything under because I didn't know what to put.
It's probably gonna be a flat arc.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a flat arc.
Except he's just bad.
Yeah, he's just orchestrating things in the background and cackling via holograms, like
like Godzilla.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Minus the hologram.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's next?
Give me a sec. Let me just type this out.
We'll have to figure out what to do with Maul since he's in the first one.
Yeah,
we'll probably just be going off of how he is in the Clone Wars for one thing.
Well, yeah.
And do you want us to recap what we were saying?
Oh yeah, I was gonna put typey here so that the bullet point would stay, but You can go ahead and recap.
Basically saying that the whole deal with him believing in the true nature of the Jedi Order and what they believed in and wanting to actually do good by how the Jedi Order does, but unfortunately that's kind of gets corroded and eroded over time, and as they start depending more on the Senate, because it's kind of an uneven leash, because the only reason that the Jedi were around before the Senate, and the only reason they're still around is because the Senate can basically use them as their lapdogs.
Dogs of the military.
Yeah, dogs of the military. It's like, you got terrorists, we got the Jedi.
We got space wizards.
Yeah, we got space wizards. So
beat that.
Dooku gets really disillusioned because he wants to do the right thing, but he can't because under these corrupt Senate people, like what we saw in Tales of the Jedi. Yeah, and over time that would drive him crazy. And you're saying that Qui-Gon getting killed by Maul, a Sith Lord, and Qui-Gon, who have been saying over and over again that the Sith were probably out there somewhere, but the Jedi not listening to him, and Dooku and Qui-Gon getting killed.
Slow down a little bit.
Oh, my bad. And Qui-Gon getting killed by a Sith Lord is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, they ignored Qui-Gon, so he ended up getting killed by a Sith. And something else interesting that we saw in Tales of the Jedi was the fact that Qui-Gon kind of had to hold Dooku back quite a bit from really going in and delivering
Killing
justice.
everyone.
Yeah, and delivering justice from corruption. So the fact that Qui-Gon is now gone could mean that's the final restraint, that the final thing that held Dooku back from just going completely insane from this conflict and trying to figure out who he is in the galaxy and how he's going to actually do good just falls away. And he might as well deal with the devil. He might as well deal with this new devil, Palpatine, still Sidious, in order to make the Jedi anew, be able to tear down the old order so that they can be able to actually do justice the right way in order for there to be actual change. And I bet he believed that he was manipulating Palpatine, and that he was the one who was really had the marionette strings, but he never knew he was being played until the end.
Hey, is this gonna
Anyway, that was a lot.
Is any of this going to show up in the thing we're making, like with Phantom Menace, or is that just some stuff we're coming up with for Dooku?
This is just stuff we're coming up with for Dooku, although it would be nice to show Dooku at some point.
I try my best. I'm just gonna have to go over and listen to the recording.
It looks like you did a good job.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll see if I can help someone else talk for a little bit.
Okay.
Well, there is still.
I still need to read what I wrote for Padme. But
Oh, yeah.
okay.
All right. I was just going to quickly say that there is still one attachment that Dooku has left, and that being Obi-Wan. Because keep in mind that he he asked Obi-Wan to join his side in Attack of the Clones, and told him that the Senate was under the control of Darth Sidious. So he was essentially asking him to. Join him and help to destroy the city or the Sith.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, he and as he said in the Revenge of the Sith novel, Obi-Wan's practically his grandson, given that he was trained by Qui-Gon, who was in turn trained by none other than Dooku himself. And then there's also the fact that Dooku had always wanted to have Obi-Wan become the one to be the fist of the Empire instead of Anakin.
Could be interesting if, in a couple scenes in Phantom Menace, from the thing we're working on, if Dooku and Obi-Wan actually get along very well.
Yeah,
which is really sad.
Yeah, it could be something more interesting than star politics.
Yeah, we'll be discussing that too and how to work around it. But just that's an interesting thing that could happen, and the fact that Dooku still has that kind of. I mean, it's still the stiff upper class attachment that he has. He's the Padawan of my Padawan, so it's only natural that I should be somewhat attached. But it's the fact that he actually kind of cares to a certain degree. It could be interesting if he doesn't just care just because he's Qui-Gon's Padawan, but because he actually liked the kid when he was in the Jedi Order. That's just something that popped in my head. And let's see. For another thing, What was I gonna mention?
Palpatine also blames Obi-Wan for essentially stunting Dooku's connection to the dark side. Well, he blames Obi-Wan for a lot of things, but that being one of them, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, and something that came to mind, considering how we talked about Qui-Gon previously being in love. Do you think that happened to Dooku at all? I mean, it had to happen at least once. You know what I mean?
Must have happened at some point. He's not exactly young by the time this whole thing in Phantom Menace goes down. So yeah, there's probably been a lot of time for something like that to happen.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just another thing that just popped in my head. I don't know if we'll ever actually show this, but it's something to consider.
Hints, Zip.
Yes.
Ship baiting.
Yeah. Who am I? Yeah. Come on. I know who I'm talking to. You're the
Fleet Master.
That's me.
Yeah, they're the fleet master when it comes to these ships. Love is in your name, literally.
Yeah, literally, boy.
Okay.
But yeah, we totally should, even if it's just a hint.
Speaking of ships, you want to talk about Padme?
Yeah, even though she's more than a ship.
Yeah. On that note,
she's queen.
We do need to figure out more female characters. Like I remember I talked about last time.
Don't want her to be the Yeah, we don't want her to be like the token ovaries in the story.
Yeah, I think that really that's always kind of got on my nerves is how like Padme is like the only girl in the only important girl that gets a lot of screen time in the prequels. I mean, you get some others, but Padme is like the most important.
And at one point, she's in a crop top.
Yeah,
well, that's because of the giant space cat claw.
Yeah,
but crop top.
How did that?
You see her belly button.
How did that giant space claw miss that miss her skin?
Yeah, I just don't understand how.
Because we don't want just a second, Zeb. We don't want her pearly skin to be messed up forever. So it's just gonna be a little itty bitty slash from those massive claws.
Yeah, but the massive claws. I still don't understand how they tore that part away. I mean, it was like a combat suit. The scratch I understand, but anyway, you can go ahead. That was weird.
Yeah, moving on. Anyway, let's ignore that.
I think it got plugged out.
Like I was saying, it doesn't make any sense. Wait, so we're just going to mesh those together, okay?
Yeah.
And what happened there?
The thing just sort of, like the plug down here, just sort of came out a little bit.
Oh, came out? Okay, because I plugged it in, and I thought I did everything right. So I'm
you
sorry.
Did. Yeah, you did. No, that's all right. It's all right.
Anyway, it doesn't make any sense that those massive claws would rip that part of her shirt. Like, why didn't anything like that happen with Obi-Wan or Anakin?
That could've been-
Why can't there be fan service from them? Why does it just have to be the only girl?
Honestly,
Okay, so
that would be cool.
I mean, Natalie Portman probably like went on diets and stuff just for that little part in the movie.
Yeah,
Because
most
girls
likely.
do that. Okay, it's not right.
Carrie Fisher did that for the thing in Return of the Jedi.
Seriously?
Yeah.
She looked really skinny.
Yeah. That make it.
She probably just ate. What was it? Little
An almond.
an almond. No. I mean, like if she ever felt faint, she probably ate a cube of cheese or something, like in Devil Wears Prada. Go
okay,
on.
so just out 3 things. One, the actress for Princess Leia. Yeah, Carrie Fisher. She really didn't like having to do that.
She
for one
shouldn't
thing.
Sure.
have-
No,
she
no
shouldn't
wonder.
have had to.
There was no reason for it.
Like she already looked great
And
normal.
Another, technically, Anakin Skywalker did kind of get a fan service scene in Revenge of the Sith when he was shirtless for a bit. But I don't know.
And an
I don't
action.
even-
and an
I
action-
don't
and it was an
even
action
remember
scene.
that.
It was when he
nightmare.
woke up from a nightmare, remember?
And-
It should have been an action scene.
Like,
honestly.
yeah, like Gladiator.
In the Clone Wars, like when he was
Oh.
fighting, when he was fighting Ventress, and he got his own like sort of samurai jack, sort of moment. When
That was in the cartoon.
yeah, it was awesome. Like when she did a force push thing against him, and he just ran through it.
And his clothes
and
were-
his clothes ripped out. I was like, boom.
There's also a thing in
that was awesome.
Yeah.
There's also a thing on Nelvon up in the chapters
Oh,
23
right.
through 25 where he was going around shirtless then.
Yeah,
Nice.
with the leech tattoos. Well,
Yeah.
what
But
do you call
it's so much better if you're gonna have fan service, make it even.
Yeah.
Please. Like I think that's
Yeah. I mean,
I never really thought of it like that.
Yeah, I mean-
that never. Just seconds. It never crossed my mind that part in one of the live action Star Wars things was a fan service moment.
Yeah, me neither, because I was just like 10 or something.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, he went to bed without a shirt. Guys do that. That's normal.
Honestly,
And it is. So I never thought of it like that.
Honestly, I didn't even think of it before then. It was when you mentioned that reminded me of it. And
Yeah.
So my third point is another thing that just occurred to me about the whole claw thing, about the whole, the claw thing and, turning to a crop top, that type of thing. And something that occurred to me is that if she kept the scars, then ultimately
That'd be
a lot
so
of the other senators might take her more seriously since she's actually been on the field. So she's willing to actually go out and see exactly what needs to be fixed and just report back and even put herself in action in order to get the answers that she needs. So people would start to take it more seriously. But another thing that came to mind with the clothes ripping is that since it's tight, there's also potential that it could have just pulled her down. Honestly,
What?
with the claws and with the claws and digging into the shirt
actually,
thing.
like a good bit of
Hold on, Mac.
thing.
Wait, what do you mean? Pulled her down?
I mean, for instance, with the shirt with that much force, if it were any closer, then there's a potential that it could have just yanked her a bit or something instead of just a brush.
Yoink.
Yeah, instead of a brush like what happened in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, so you wanted to yank her off that big wooden stake in the ground and hit the ground?
Oh,
No.
no, I think
Let's
you
do-
mean
well, you can- I mean, we could totally do that.
Or just sort of like grab it sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
grabbing
whoa,
onto
crap.
something.
Yeah, well, sure. I don't want to kill her.
Me
No.
neither.
No.
But the ground, it wasn't the ground like sand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
on
So-
the sand was like this terrifying space cat thing. So if she goes down there, it's game over.
What was,
Yep.
Hey, what was the thing that? Remember when she
Maybe
was
she
like,
could get a space sword. Like, no, not space sword, like a wing. I'm thinking of
an electro staff,
I'm
maybe?
thinking of an electro staff.
Yeah, they didn't have any. They took all their weapons.
Darn.
The only thing
Yeah,
she
and
had for a
also
weapon was
Anakin-
like the chain thing. Well, we'll get
Okay.
there when we come to
We'll
it.
get there.
Oh, and also Anakin's
Tarzan.
lightsaber. Anakin's lightsaber got smashed in the factory. So
Oh, great.
you can't
That's
forget
right.
about
Oh,
I forgot
dang
about
it.
that.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally forgot.
yeah.
And the
Well,
Minority
The
Report
Minority
factory, yeah.
Report car factory. Yeah.
Well, we want it to be a case where I don't know if she. I mean, it could be interesting if she did have to or want to learn how to fight with being the queen of Naboo,
That makes sense.
who can actually protect herself and doesn't have a bunch of people protecting her.
Well, agreed.
Because concerning with what we're thinking about with her personality, she doesn't seem like the type who would just let others risk their lives for her.
I think she did know how to fight, though, didn't she?
ENFJ 3 and 4. Yeah, but she fought like a girl. So
Wait, how so?
it's like the way she holds the blaster, for instance. It's kind of like just that, just, with one hand. I always thought it just looked like this girl doesn't know what she's doing. She's gonna die.
So do you want to be?
Like if those guys weren't there, if they weren't there saving her, she'd die, man.
Yeah,
So-
it's aggressive negotiations. She's got to have to know how to do that.
Yeah, I
So-
want her to just know how to fight.
So you want it to be more like, if it's still with guns, be more like, say, Caitlyn from
Or
Arcane?
John Wick.
Or John Wick's good.
Yeah.
So
So
what?
I'm not saying like
that-
she needs to learn how to fight like a guy. She needs to learn how to fight well.
She's
Period.
a secret master of gun fu.
Yeah, that'd be really sick.
That would be-
so like
that would be good.
holding a gun with a blaster with both hands, please. You know, like at least like battle droids know how to do it because they've been hardwired to
Roger,
know.
Roger.
But it's like this girl by now should know that you can't be holding a blaster with one hand because of the recoil, bruh.
Maybe like it has
You
to
know?
be like a Nubian weapon that she would have too, like just
Yeah.
in case she loses the blaster.
Like the little. Oh wait, so not a blaster, but like a secret thing, basically a
Her secret weapon.
secret weapon.
Yeah, so make her like more crafty.
Yeah, exactly. And I just
I mean, she's a politician, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like always have a trick up her sleeve.
yeah, and where sure there can be a moment where she still falls out of a ship, like what happened in Attack of the Clones, right?
yeah.
But I don't like how she keeps getting into those situations.
Yeah,
Well, so
just have it be
when
like-
she like falls out, it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
You know?
so first of all, like have it something like that happen once or twice, and have it happen to pretty much
Make
other
it
characters
like
too.
make it happen to Anakin.
Yeah,
make
like-
him literally do that. thing. That would be funny.
Actually, Anakin seems like it's like, whoa, crap!
Yeah.
Yeah, or even if these characters do end up falling, it has to be like a ooh, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's what you want to see. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be funny if like he does end up falling out of a ship, and it's like he falls, and then like he flies backward. It's like whoa. Like, and most of and only Obi-Wan would have seen him fly out, and no one else. That would be funny.
Like Anakin,
We have to go back.
What happened? What happened? Anakin fell out. What he did? Yes, he's gone. He's gone. Yes, he's gone. Well, we're gonna go get him. You better go get him. Rex, go get Rex. Yeah, on it. I gotta get his jetpack on. It's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
He just jumps out too.
That could be a really funny moment.
I'll see you in a bit, General. Yeah. Okay, so
That has to have happened at
Okay.
least once.
So should we do Padme and Anakin, and I guess we'll have to break for lunch.
Wait, before we go up to Padme and Anakin, something I looked up is that was apparently deleted dialogue and Attack the Clones.
Oh no.
So interestingly, there was a Count Dooku had a thing with Jocasta Nu.
Say what? The librarian?
The librarian.
Yeah, that makes
she
sense.
Yeah.
did,
A lot of sense.
she did describe his
They're both
bronzonium head statue as being having a powerful jawline.
So,
Seriously?
Okay.
That's kind of cute.
so basically establishing that they did kind of have a thing for each other, but I think that they both decided to just go their separate ways to focus more on the Jedi stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dooku totally
That's-
seems. Dooku's totally the type of guy who would have a crush on the librarian.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that's actually good. We'll just keep that.
That could be so cute. Actually, like the trope, looking through the bookcase at each other.
I think
Wait, what do they have instead?
10
That'd
things I
be
hate,
so
like 10 things I hate about you. Holo
Yeah,
books.
like that. Like Zip and I, we recently watched the whole movie,
Yeah, it's good.
and
It's
that
really
would
good.
be adorable. Wow, what's their ship name gonna be?
Let's see. Jocasta and Dooku.
No.
Yeah,
I
probably.
didn't-
I didn't think so either.
Jocasta.
Ducasta.
Ducasta.
That sounds like a type of pasta.
Sounds pretty.
And Dooku doesn't.
It sounds pretty.
I don't know.
Ducasta. That's funny.
What are you saying? Had.
Wow, all caps, huh?
Is it new with a G or like silent G
I
or
think it's
silent
NU.
K?
It's just NU.
It's not GNU.
NU.
I thought it was canoe.
Jocasta GNU.
Okay, it's just like that.
Yeah.
New. All right, cool.
All right, so
Who knew?
So we'll do. Yeah, who knew? That's funny.
Hey.
So we'll do. What do you think? Should we
Pat-
just do Padme or should we do Anakin as well?
I'll read it fast.
Uh,
Padme, positive arc. Padme is going to be one of the main characters. She isn't going to die of a stupid broken heart like she did in the movie. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, okay. I forgot I wrote that.
stupid broken heart.
It sounds very insensitive, like when I read back.
There's got to be something. I mean, a broken heart can be like a factor to it,
Oh,
but
wait.
she's a tough lady. She wants
Yeah.
to stay for her kids.
Yeah.
It'll be a bunch of contributing factors, like the crap with the Senate and the Empire, being strangled and thrown to a wall by her hubby. I put a question mark in parentheses there. Being exposed to the elements of Mustafar and giving birth to twins with aid by robot doctors who don't really know what they're doing with a human patient.
Oof, that sounds pretty
But
bad.
she's going to live for like 3 years afterward.
Yeah, probably
So-
on Alderaan.
Yeah.
And
And she's
everyone
going
would
to
think
change
that
her name, change her hair and stuff.
That makes sense.
Everyone would probably think that she's dead.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, Vader's still going to have the, the
No,
Yeah.
probably different.
The
Than
the French one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could kind of hear Anakin in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was haunting. Okay. Padme's an ENFJ 3-4. When she was younger, she was a quiet, idealistic kid with big dreams to do good for the galaxy. She thinks doing good and being great are the same thing as she gets older. She learns with time that these are two distinct things, but unknowingly begins drifting to the being great side. In her pursuit to be great, she forgot to do good. The Anakin and Padme confessing their love to each other scene is going to be epic. I'm sorry I talked about sand. And I'm sorry I made fun of your hair. Padme's older sister will be super cool and shoot big guns.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I
Should
forgot
they
about
just be
that.
a gun family?
Yeah.
That makes a lot
the
of
boo is
sense.
super nice, but Padme's sister just routinely does target practice near somewhere in their super nice place, usually with a minigun.
Yeah.
And she always just
Like,
smart.
And her older sister has got to have like a couple kids too, who know that their mom is super cool.
Yeah, I was saying, wow, their mom's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something for her husband as well.
Yeah, mild-mannered guy or something.
Yeah,
It sounded kind of like Azumi and Sid Curtis now.
it does sound kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
That's good.
why not, right? Just make it kind of model off that a little bit. Just saying.
You could do Chekhov's gun in that case. Like when maybe
Like
when they go to
literally?
Tatooine, when they're
Ooh.
about to go to Tatooine, then she would say like, "Hey, wait, you're gonna be leaving so quickly? Well, take this then." Then it's probably
She just has a gun.
Like take 2 of these. Like one is probably like a gun, like a gun, and she would say like, "But I already have a blaster." Like, well, take this too. And then the other one is the secret weapon that you'll be able to conceal. So
Noisy cricket.
Check out the noisy cricket.
Maybe we could do the noisy cricket.
Yeah.
Actually,
I was
that's
thinking
her
like a-
secret weapon.
That's kind of tough. I thought it was thinking it would be like a knife, but I
Yeah,
like the
I
love
was
of
gonna
noisy
say,
cricket
She could be able
though.
to hide in a cute little purse.
Yeah,
That
also,
could be kinda-
with the arena thing, then there might be the weapons were taken away.
Yeah,
that's
So
true.
the weapons were taken away, so it's gonna have to be something
Yeah.
really covert. Like she could slip in her shoe, for all we know.
So a noisy cricket?
I don't know. Like
Maybe it could be a smaller noisy cricket.
A smaller noisy
Like that
cricket.
she would
How's
put
that
into her
possible?
boot. You know,
Called
So, like a
irritating
little-
might.
irritating,
So, like one of those little-
yeah, irritating gnat.
it has to be like sort of a or like for the things from Dune, like the little dart guns or something.
Oh, yeah,
like
that'd be
that was.
interesting.
So like if she's fighting against the what's it called, the cat.
She gets in the eye.
None
yeah,
do.
it
No,
was- yeah.
not do.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And what's more, I guess it also helped with the whole, she can't do that. Shoot her or something.
Shoot her! Shoot her! Anakin. Corruption arc.
Anakin.
Anakin's an ESFP 6-wing-7. Anakin trusts the Order to a certain extent, not as much as they want him to, though. He strives to keep alive anyone in his newfound family, and he'll do anything to keep them alive. Something that Anakin would say is things like, with multiple people, mainly Padme, I noticed you blankety blank when you blank blank. I know it's because I've been watching your blank. And we just insert whatever it is. And he's very observant,
Yeah.
So you guys will come up with good lines for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Where it's like almost creepily observant.
It'd be funny if if he thinks those observations are like good pickup lines.
Yeah. In reality, Padme's just like, okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Weirdly phrased, but
Okay. Let's see.
Fourth one.
Anakin will be a pretty creepy kid, but still charming. Think Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
When Yoda says, okay, just saying. Try yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
That's not. That's just pretty good.
that's better than I thought it would be.
Because of his upbringing and mindset, Anakin thought that meant to let go of all you love, like it meant nothing. Yoda could have phrased that differently by saying something about how life is short and not everything you love now will be there forever. Take your time to mourn what you've lost and keep on living. The people you're afraid of losing won't want you to lose yourself from your fear. One of Anakin's saying is, yippee, in a flat, sarcastic way. So we're keeping the yippee.
Yeah.
So it'll just be, yippee. You know?
Hey, so what do you think that what Watto's saying? So something like put you back into whatever. Like,
Put you back into it.
Show some enthusiasm, and then just yippee.
That would be really good, actually.
Yeah.
That's what. Put your back into it. What kind of accent is that?
It's a stereotypical Jewish one.
It's up. It's
We're
up.
gonna get canceled. Oh, you're saying that's what it is in the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait, I think.
I guess he's like, what's
Actually, I think
what's
you're right. I think I
what was
read
like-
that somewhere.
Like, what's his face from Great Gatsby?
Oh.
Team.
Wolf
Made a
Team.
wolf team.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
Wait, that's what
give
it
me
reminds
that,
me
give me
of.
that phone. I'm gonna fact check
I need to
this
look
right
this
now.
up. Does he really?
I mean,
Oh,
I think
I've been
I heard that
imitating
somewhere.
him all this
I mean,
time.
I mean, Montgomery is like a stereotypical Asian accent.
And
That
then
was
don't even
Indian.
get started on Jar Jar.
we don't even start on Jar Jar.
Is that is it Jamaican? Jar Jar?
Caribbean. Or something.
Caribbean?
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah,
This first movie's more racist than I thought.
wow.
Yeah, but it has Darth Maul in it, so it's got that going for it.
That's something, I guess.
So we're not keeping the accents.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I agree.
Or at the very least, we can keep them, but don't make them like stereotypes.
The Misa Jar Jar.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing with Jar Jar. I guess we're just keeping the original sort of intention. No, wait. I don't know. I don't know.
With Jar Jar, I kind of want to put in Darth Jar Jar. Like, but that'll come up later.
Like
he would have been just using them the whole time.
Yeah,
who do you think you are, Blueberries? Who do you think I am?
Exactly. It'll be like that. That'd be kind of sick, Mm-hmm. So maybe we could put in Darth Jar Jar somehow.
Could be interesting, like a corruption arc or something.
Corruption. Oh, jeez. It'll be way more interesting than what they already have planned for him, I think. But anyway, Quincy, what did you get?
Okay, it says here that it has been suggested that the character is offensive because of his perceived similarities to a stereotypical Jew, having a large hooked nose, beady eyes, unkempt facial hair, speaking in a gravelly voice, and being portrayed as greedy and covetous.
Oh my lord!
Oh god!
Jay Hoberman
terrible.
of The Village Voice called him the most blatant ethnic stereotype due to his hooked nose. Bruce Gottlieb of Slate magazine criticized him as well, comparing his character to the anti-Semitic notion that the Jewish race is behind the slave trade. Patricia J. Williams of The Nation stated that Watto was also described as a stereotype of Arabs, but that he was more comprehensively anti-Semitic, both anti-Arab and anti-Jew. She added that Watto reminded her of an anti-Semitic caricature published in Vienna at the turn of the 20th century.
Okay,
so
let's
do something.
Okay, a lot of adjusting with that.
Yeah, a lot of adjusting with that.
More.
There's more.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Jane Prettyman of the American Review noted that after leaving the theater, she heard two young boys describe him as that weird little Jew guy with wings. Prettyman described his description
why would they do it?
Not at all subtle, and said that it could be counted on to flush out already formed Jew haters among young audiences and give them permission to continue their hatred out loud.
Wow.
I never knew.
This is pretty terrible.
Others have disagreed.
There's more.
I think, should we stop you there?
Yeah, let's stop you there.
Yeah,
Just one more section.
Okay. We should tag this article, or was that Wikipedia?
That's Wikipedia.
Yeah, there are a lot of links.
We should probably tag it
Yeah.
in the description below.
Others have disagreed with this interpretation. Andrew Howe states that Watto's nose seems less a cultural reference to Shylock or Fagin than to an elephant's trunk. Others have described Watto's accent as Italian and not Jewish.
I don't know.
I'm
Still offensive.
Sure what to think
I don't
anymore.
know.
Yeah.
Just have a character to fill the role, but
Why
not
would you do
as
that?
much-
Okay, but I'll say this though: the Toydarian king who shows up in Clone Wars, he's great.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I mean, thankfully, it's like the Toydarian's reputation was kind of fixed by how dignified the that king guy was in the Clone
Katunko?
Wars. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah.
But good
He's a good
lord,
guy.
Watto.
But
man.
why though? Why? Like, what's the point? What's the point?
So
they'd already played on enough stereotypes with the Nemoidians and Jar Jar.
I feel like
they
I may-
figured
I feel like
what
I
was
may-
one more.
Probably did it just because they thought it was funny. That's some Dan Schneider crap.
I feel like I may have brought us down a little bit by bringing that up.
No, it's good to know. It's good to know.
It is.
At least we know
Anyway.
what
So
not to do.
we know what not to do. We know what to fix.
Okay,
And
so just so we can end this one on a positive note, let's talk about Palpatine.
Although I do
Okay.
have to get started soon, though.
okay, I'll just read it quick. Okay.
Uh huh.
Because I don't feel so good. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Okay, Palpatine. Flat arc. Palpatine's 9 of J3 Wing 2, and he believes that he should be in charge, that he should be the one to fix the galaxy, and that he should bring the Sith back to power, since the Order is doing a sucky job of bringing order to the galaxy. Palpatine, when he's running things, treats everything and everyone like cogs in his machine, wanting things to run as efficiently as possible. The Galactic... What's the Galactic Empire?
Galactic
Do it!
Empire.
Did it! The Galactic
Yeah.
Empire.
I remember with I want you with
I want you.
Join the Imperial Army.
Do it.
Basically, Palpatine wants to be the god of the new world.
The supreme ruler of everything.
Wait, can you put in the choir?
Supreme ruler of everything. The Phoenix King. I mean, the Emperor. Okay.
He's basically what cinema therapy would call a sleazy boyfriend, meaning that he always trades out for the newer model. He likes bringing people up to their greatest potential for his benefit, but when he sees how they're becoming too strong, he dumps them. He did this with Maul, with Dooku, Anakin, and was definitely going to do it with Luke if he managed to turn him bad. Dooku was probably the model Jedi, but Palpatine made him fall to the dark side. Anakin was the chosen one, but Palpatine knew exactly what to tell him to make him go bad. And even then, Palpatine treated him pretty badly. I mean, Palpatine made the Vader suit bulky and uncomfortable on purpose. He blamed Vader for his failure on Mustafar. Also, turns out Anakin's midichlorians were subtracted from his getting his limbs cut off and getting burnt hotter than the insides of a Hot Pocket.
Insides of a hot. Did you come up with that?
I don't remember. I think Quincy might have said it.
Yeah, that is true,
But-
though.
I didn't come up with the Hot Pocket
Oh,
analogy,
really?
though.
I don't... Was it me? Was it me?
Yeah, it might have been you.
Feel better now.
Little old
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Okay, so on that note,
Great.
after that review, we have that fresh in our minds. When we come back, we're going to start actually plotting out the each movie one by one,
Yep.
starting with Phantom Menace using the Dan Harmon story circle.
Hardiman.
But yeah, we'll basically make things more clear, more character focused. We'll work out the politics somehow, but we'll basically just be plotting it out. In our own personal writer's room.
And making it good. Is what you're saying.
And making it good.
And having fun.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Oh.
So, yeah, bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.